Here's a look at this day in history. January 18th.
On this day in 1778, Captain James Cook became the first European to visit the Hawaiian Islands. In 1944, Soviet troops broke the Nazi siege of Leningrad. The siege had gone on for almost 2.5 years and cost more than 1 million lives. Today in 2005, the world's largest passenger jet, the Airbus A380, was unveiled in a lavish ceremony in Toulouse, France. And on this day in 1919, the Paris Peace Conference began, seeking a treaty to officially end World War I and restore Europe. The Treaty of Versailles required Germany to pay heavy reparations. Germans were resentful, and less than 20 years later, Adolf Hitler used their anger to ignite a second World War. And that's this day in history.
This is Franciscan Media's Saint of the Day for January 18th. Today we celebrate St. Charles of Setzi. Some people go through life doing good deeds that attract attention. Others, like St. Charles of Setzi, just do good deeds. Born southeast of Rome in 1613, Charles was inspired by some of the early followers of Francis to become a Franciscan himself. In his autobiography, The Grandeurs of the Mercies of God, Charles explained, "Our Lord put in my heart a great desire to be poor and to beg alms for his love. The young friar got his wish. He served as a cook, sacristan, gardener, and beggar at various friaries in Italy. As doorkeeper, he was kept busy distributing food to the needy, but the more he gave away, the more alms increased. Charles also was sought for spiritual advice. One such person was Pope Clement IX, who called for the friar to his deathbed for a final blessing. On the surface, little in the life of today's saint was noteworthy, but if we go deeper, we see that his entire life was spectacular in his utter cooperation with God's grace. St. Charles of Setzi died in 1670. Pope John XXIII canonized him in 1959.
And a reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Mark. Jesus withdrew with his disciples to the lakeside, and great crowds from Galilee followed him, from Judea, from Jerusalem, from Idumea and Transjordan, and the region of Tyre and Sidon, great numbers who had heard of all he was doing came to him. And he asked his disciples to have a boat ready for him because of the crowd, to keep him from being crushed. For he had cured so many that all who were afflicted in any way were crowding forward to touch him. And the unclean spirits, whenever they saw him, would fall down before him and shout, "You are the Son of God." But he warned them strongly not to make him known. The Gospel of the Lord.